Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Batman, Soul of the Dragon. And DC has quite the library of animated Batman films, and there's a lot of variety. You have, and even specifically from director Sam Liu, who directed this film, you have The Killing Joke. You have Gotham by Gaslight, which is a reimagining in like the era of Jack the Ripper, Batman in England, which I really enjoyed that quite a bit. The Killing Joke, I don't know why they tacked on that half hour beforehand, but the rest of it was really intense. And you have such a wide breadth like The Dark Knight Returns, and you have the ones based off of the animated series, the one based off of Batman Beyond animated series. And then you have this, which is the least Batman animated film that I've seen. Because there's not a whole lot of Batman. And honestly, this didn't even have to be a Batman film. Because they don't even really deeply utilize Bruce Wayne in a way that makes him stand out in his own film. Or is this his film? And that's the interesting thing. One other thing that also sticks out to me about this is David Giuntoli, who voices Bruce Wayne, Batman, doesn't really stand out. There's a lot of other really strong vocal performances in this film that really draw the attention, and Batman's kind of a background piece in this film because you have the grand idea of this film is some organization is trying to find this door to this god and open it up and unleash them upon the world. And it's set in the 70s. It's like an Elseworld kind of Batman story. Batman had been to like this to this place and was trained with a group of other martial artists. So like basically this has a bit of like Kung Fu Panda kind of vibe to it in times in terms of story, and it's just like you have all of these martial artists coming together and training together and have to fight. The film basically has a James Bond opening, like James Bond opening. The music, they even have like the credits montage that goes along with every single James Bond movie. You have a lot of Blaxploitation influences, a lot of Kung Fu movie, and like this is basically a Bruce Lee film. And you have this character, Richard, played by Mark Dacascos, who is fantastic, is basically Bruce Lee and is the most interesting person here. And then you have Lady Shiva, played by Kelly Hu, and Ben Turner, played by Michael Jai White, and James Hong, who plays Oh Sensei, who's like a classic from like Big Trouble in Little China, and he's in Kung Fu Panda, and he's just great. Blade Runner. And the vocal performances, basically besides Batman, are so interesting and engaging, and the story focuses on so many different things. It's a little all over the place. And it's trying to homage way too many things. And even like the story-wise, there's so many moving pieces, and it finally gets up to the finale and leaves you off, like basically leaves you off on the Mortal Kombat movie ending, where you're just like, oh, we're ready for the real fight. Cut the credits. And I'm just like, come on. But it's vibrant, it's fun, and the action is great. Most of the characters are so interesting. Like, Batman's the least interesting person in this movie because all the other characters are so great, and the vocal performances are so stand out, and the action sequences, and there's such a variety of different action sequences throughout this film that it's just, even though things might not really come together story-wise, it was a blast. So honestly, if you're a fan of Batman, actually honestly, I don't even know if being a fan of Batman really helps here because you don't really get a whole lot of them. So like if you're a fan of like action movies, kung fu movies, stuff like that, this is a lot of fun. It's an hour and 23 minutes. Go enjoy Batman, Soul of the Dragon. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.